and welcome to Luxury Living NYC. I'm Erin Wheelock, part of your global real estate team of choice, the Wheelock team. In this video, we're going to learn how to buy a home in Brooklyn and make the entire process less complicated. Watch the video until the end, as there is a bonus tip that is going to be a big help. So let's not waste any more time and get started. All right, number 7, start with hiring an agent. Hello, me and my team, obviously. Property buying isn't something you do on a whim. It can be a once-in-a-lifetime thing or a big investment opportunity, especially in a market like Brooklyn, where home prices can reach a median price of $800,000, but go up to like over 8 million, 10 million, 15 million. Trust me, they're out there. I can't wait to show you. Anyways, having a good real estate agent by your side is a non-negotiable. But how do you find a good real estate agent in Brooklyn? Well, it's easy. You simply contact me or make sure that person who you're thinking of that might be looking in Brooklyn contacts me. That's all you need to know. Really, all you need to know is trust that here at the Wheelock team, we will have fun and get the job done. All right. Number 6, get pre-approved for a mortgage, or make sure to have your proof of funds ready if you are buying in cash. So getting pre-approved gives you an idea of how much you can spend and lets you tailor your search to homes that fit your range. If you don't get pre-approved, you're simply guessing what your budget is. Or if you have cash, just have that ready, know what you want to spend, because again, we don't want you looking at something that's completely different than what you can afford or what you should be affording. Okay, getting pre-approved also makes it clear to sellers and their agents that you're a serious buyer who is set on buying the home. Whenever we put in an offer here in New York City, we actually have to submit that pre-approval or proof of funds. And actually, just to be clear, I think if the seller or the seller's agent doesn't ask you to, then they probably need a new agent as well, because how are they qualifying the buyer for their client? Anyways, the seller may choose another offer if you don't have your stuff turned in. We don't want that for you, so let's make sure we get your dream home and you get pre-approved first or have the proof of funds ready. Number 5, start searching for homes. Now that you're pre-approved and have a real estate agent like us by your side, you can most certainly start looking for homes. Okay, getting that pre-approval or your proof of funds together means that you know exactly what price range you're looking at. You're gonna tell us, and we are gonna set you up on your own portal. So now we know what you're looking for, and it's very important for you just to know a bit about the neighborhood. We don't wanna start looking into neighborhoods, you go there and you decide that's not the neighborhood for you. Pro tip, watch some of my neighborhood videos. It tells you a lot about those different neighborhoods that can help you to choose which one is gonna be right for you. All right, most importantly of all, you have to love your home. So let's make sure that you think about your amenities before we go over our buyer consultation so that we're getting you that right home or condo co-op in the right building that has all the amenities that you want. Number 4, we're gonna start visiting those homes, and of course, we're gonna negotiate for you. I love negotiations, my favorite thing. All right. We're gonna go check out homes. Your real estate agent will help you tour the homes or will let you go on your own if that's what you'd prefer. But there's one thing I wanna tell you. When you are going in to view homes, it is very, very important. We are going into a poker match, right? You don't want other people knowing how much you like the home. If these people over here see that you really want it, they may come in with an offer before you. Or if this broker is a good broker, like we are when we help you sell, if this broker is like, oh my gosh, they really love it, he might try to get you to pay more for the home than what you really should be paying, because we do a great job negotiating. So don't put all of your cards on the table when you're viewing the homes. Keep that little poker face up, and we'll do the rest. We're gonna negotiate for you. We're gonna get that information from the seller's agent, stuff he wants to tell us, maybe stuff he doesn't want to tell us, but either way, we work for you. It's our fiduciary responsibility when you sign on the dotted line with us, and we are gonna negotiate to get you that best price possible. And if it's new development, don't worry, we're also going to negotiate those concessions from the sponsor. Number 3, submitting an offer. All right, well, submitting an offer is very exciting. And now that we have your pre-approval or your proof of funds, we're going to also need likely a REBNY financial. That stands for Real Estate Board of New York. It's basically an assets and liabilities sheet. It's not needed for every property, but it's something that you should know about, especially if you're going into a co-op. They're going to be looking at your debt to income ratio. Even if you're buying all cash and you have a bunch of assets, they're still going to want to see it, because any smart seller who hired the right agent, if you didn't, we're available. That seller's gonna wanna go through, make sure that you can afford the home and get past the board. So that offer's gonna go in. We highly recommend that you have your attorney picked out. Just makes you look like a more serious buyer. Any contingencies, if you want an inspection, if you want financing contingency, maybe you wanna make sure they don't leave the chandelier and they replace it with something else, or maybe you want all of their living room furniture. All of that should be decided before we make the offer. Right, I'm excited to put in the offer for you. Okay, coming in at number 2, Due diligence period. So here in New York City, we have a due diligence period. That due diligence period happens from the accepted offer, which we just got you at a great price because we're amazing, accepted offer up until the contract is signed. During that time is when the inspection happens. During that time is also when, if it is a townhouse, then your attorney is going to be looking for any liens, any violations the building may have on it. Your inspection's coming through. We might even be renegotiating some things with the seller's side. If you are buying into a condo or a co-op, this is when your attorney is reading the board minutes. They are looking to see if there's any assessments coming up. They're making sure that there's no liens or anything in that building, right? They're going to be reading the financials, making sure that the building is healthy in terms of what they have in reserves. There's a lot of stuff that goes into the due diligence period. But from accepted offer until the contract is signed, two things you need to know is that that property is not yours. There's no money that is put down when you have the accepted offer, and any time from accepted offer until that contract is signed, anybody can come in and give them more money and take that property from you. So you have to know that, and that's also why people work with us, because we have a whole team of people on the admin side that are making sure we are covering you and pushing things along as quickly as we can. Number two that you have to know about that is when you sign that contract, you put down a 10% deposit. You sign it, 10% down, and that's also when the seller will then sign, and then you don't have to worry about anybody swooping in anymore. Then, once you have that contract signed, is when you start the board package if you were buying a condo or a co-op. That's a whole process in and of itself, so we're gonna leave that part for later, but just know that our team of people are amazing. We have our transaction coordinator. She can make any board package look like it was at the end of a rainbow with the pot of gold. She's fantastic. And our team will help make sure that everything is smooth through there. Again, that's gonna be another video. But let's talk about number one. Obviously, you haven't ordered anything, you didn't open any new credit cards, don't do any of that. But we're now at the closing table. Yay! Okay, so real estate closing process is an important step, obviously, because it brings all parts of the deal together. It usually takes between 60 and 90 days after a contract is signed and includes buyers, sellers, lenders, lawyers. You have managing transfer agents, maybe brokers are there. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of people that get together at the table, and we make sure that we have all of the necessary paperwork together. Title is there, your insurance is already done, ready. The closing is going to be a long process that you just sit there through. It can be anywhere from 1 hour to 2 hours. I actually think I was at one once that took about 3 hours. That's not typical, but just make sure that you're prepared to do a final walkthrough before we close, and then we're going to close. So basically, we're making sure it looks like the way it was when you saw it last, and then we get to that closing table. Your hand is going to hurt. You're going to be signing so many pieces of paper, but it'll be worth it. We'll be ready to pop a bottle of champagne for you as soon as it's done, and we are sure to help you to make it as smooth of a process as possible. Okay, now you got your keys in hand, and we have your bonus tip. The bonus tip is, why buy a house in Brooklyn? Now is the best time to think about getting a house in Brooklyn, since property values are steadily going up and loan rates are starting to go down. Waiting may only make things more competitive and cause prices to go up. When there isn't much competition in the market and prices are leveling off, smart buyers and investors are jumping at the chance. Let me be super clear. People that wait for bidding wars, it's called herd mentality. Most buyers have it. When you wait for the bidding war means you're overpaying likely for a property. Not always, but often, right? But you want the home because everybody else wants the home, so you end up paying this outrageous price. Versus really smart buyers buy when everybody's skeptical about the market. Nobody knows what's going on. La 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 la. The smart buyers buy then, because it makes for a good long-term investment, because other people aren't buying, sellers still need to sell, and they're willing to negotiate more. See, we know the negotiation things. Anyways, don't wait for the right time, act now. We don't know what tomorrow brings, but we know what today has. Whew. All right. Once again, my name is Erin Wheelock. I am a crazy real estate professional in New York City, and if we at the Wheelock team can help you out with any of your real estate needs, my contact information is in the description box below. If you like this video and would like to see more content, click on the boxes on the screen. If you want to keep receiving real estate updates for New York City, make sure to subscribe and follow me here and all of my other socials. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And remember that we at the Wheelock team, we love to be your global real estate team of choice. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.